Breaking free from the ideal beauty myth in a changing world. Human fascination with beauty is rooted in our nature. Sometimes, we can be obsessed about appearing more beautiful or owning the most beautiful things. However, beauty is a fluid concept. It is shaped by the cultural norms of every society. Interestingly, the varying perspectives can be shaped and reshaped by historical, social, political, economic, and religious currents. In ancient Egypt, beauty was a divine attribute. Queen Nefertiti epitomized ideal beauty with her symmetrical features and elongated neck. In ancient Greece, beauty is viewed in balance and harmony. This beautiful philosophy has been immortalized in their sculptures where ideal proportions are emphasized. In medieval Europe, beauty was associated with spiritual purity, and fair-skinned and blondness. In Eastern cultures, such as China and Japan, beauty was identified with harmony with nature and simplicity, and soft skin and shiny black hair were considered symbols of peace and serenity. The modern era has introduced its own beauty ideals, too, which are heavily influenced by economic and political trends. The 20th century media played a central role in shaping perceptions of what is attractive. Particularly in Western societies, thinness and smooth lines became symbols of success and self-discipline. Recent decades, however, have brought a remarkable diversification of beauty standards, fueled by globalization and cross-cultural exchanges. Digital technologies and AI have also intensified this, such that with a few clicks, the body image can now be rendered flawless. Whereas, these are just illusions. Sadly, however, these applications reinforce an unrealistic understanding of beauty and negatively affect self-confidence. It appears that the cosmetic sector has also leveraged these new perspectives and has, through ads, enforced the feeling of defect in people and provided the desired attractiveness. These adverts reinforce the idea that a natural appearance is insufficient and increase pressure, especially on women. Marketing celebrities and models as images of ideal beauty also reinforces this approach. Recently, with the upsurge of K-dramas and K-pop groups, thin facial features and a slim appearance have become desirable among young people. Amid the mounting pressure of rigid beauty standards, there is a need to redefine beauty in ways that resonate with deeper values. Thus, as Muslims, we can ask, what is the Islamic philosophy of beauty? Is there a place for beauty in Islam? For starters, Islam provides a balanced view of life. That is, it makes us consider the balance between the world and the hereafter in all our engagements individually or as a community. Thus, while Islamic teachings address the needs of the body, they do not leave behind the mind and the soul. Only when all these are present can we talk about a holistic personality in the Muslim. Personal hygiene and maintaining a tidy appearance are seen not only as fosterers of positive social interactions and relationships but also as religious obligations. The saying of Allah, O children of Adam, wear your beautiful apparel at every time and place of prayer, Al-Araf, 7:31, underscores the value of neatness and cleanliness in such sacred spaces and communal places. Thus, the Prophet advised removing bad breath when meeting others and discouraged the consumption of odorous foods, such as garlic or onions, before entering mosques. At the family level, beauty and appearance can also be understood in the Quranic injunctions to treat one another with kindness and fairness. Allah commands, treat them with kindness and goodness, An-Nisa, 4:19, and reminds believers that women have equal rights over men, Al-Baqarah, 2:228. These verses hint at the requirement of mutual care. Ibn Abbas expressed this beautifully when he said, I like to adorn myself for my wife as I like her to adorn herself for me. This statement encapsulates the mutual nature of care in Islamic marriage, where attention to one's appearance becomes an act of love and respect for the other. The Prophet said, Allah is beautiful and loves beauty. Based on this, a Muslim should beautify and adorn him/herself. However, every form of beautification should be within the limits of permissibility. For instance, a person who adorns themselves should not be wasteful and should not seek to exalt themselves. Simplicity should be a watchword. Historically, we see the companions acquiring graceful dresses, housing, and materials after the conquests. However, this did not affect their understanding of asceticism and piety. While Islam encourages us to care for our appearance, it also advises us to avoid imitating non-Muslims. The Prophet warned, "Whoever imitates a people is one of them." However, it is disheartening that various foreign trends have influenced the lives of Muslims. Today, many women and young girls change their appearance excessively through the overuse of makeup or cosmetic surgeries. These, unfortunately, detract them from fulfilling their religious and social roles, and in the least, obscures their natural beauty, and consumes their time. In conclusion, Islam urges us to adopt a holistic view of beauty, such that is rooted in moral character but not ignoring physical appearances. Only when Muslims reject the unrealistic standards promoted by today's media can we protect ourselves and future generations from all the forms of psychological and social pressures these ideals create.